Right, today we are going to have a quick look at how to convert a pre-existing door lining into a new wardrobe using our doors here at Shaker to Go. So this is a plan view from above. Obviously we have a wall, your existing door lining, potentially a door stop either side if you have a door in there. If you've removed those already, or you had a sliding wardrobe for instance, these will not be here. Once you've removed all of your existing hardware for your old sliding system or your door or the hinges from here, you are left with this setup. You have a door lining, you have architrave either side. If you don't have architrave, ignore that. There are two options here to fit doors. If you choose to keep your architraves where they are, you will need to fit your doors inside the lining here. Sorry, that's upside down. Inside the lining here, and you will need to add, excuse my fingers, you will need to add a sub lining for your hinges to work, which will go inside here. Obviously these pieces are not to scale, they are just to illustrate what I'm trying to tell you here. So from above, these are your new linings inside your existing linings. These need to be 18mm. Now the 18mm means that your hinge works properly. So hinges work when they're open, they pull away, but they need 18mm of space in here for them to be able to work. Now if you don't want to keep your architrave, you can take these away. However, when you have your doors inside the lining, like the previous example, with no architrave, you see this edge here, which normally has messy plaster line, and it's not a nice finish. So what we suggest here is position your doors on the front of your lining. If your lining is more than 18mm across, you will need to measure 18mm back and make a mark. This is the outside point where you measure your doors from, excluding clearance gaps. If your lining is already 18mm, you're very lucky. You do not have to measure from any other point than the edge of your lining. So from here, we would measure this point to this point. So 18mm back, 18mm back. That is our overall width of opening. Just for doors, yeah? We're not looking at the gap between. This is for doors that sit in this position. So from here to here is where our doors will cover. If we add a clearance gap, there'll be this much distance either side from that point to the edge of the door. Now, take this distance, go to our how-to page, look at how to measure your doors. The formula is distance divided by number of doors equals that answer minus, you have to take away your clearance gaps. So we're going to say, let's go 3, 6, 9. So we have 9mm, half that is 4.5, so let's say 5. So normally we would go 2.5 to 3mm per door for clearance gaps. Clearance gaps means the doors open. If you don't have clearance gaps, they stuck, they can't open. So y minus 5 equals whatever the answer is. Let's say that that was 1,000 and we wanted to have 1,000 divided by 2 equals y, so we've got 50 there. Y is 50 minus 5 equals 45. Now if this is centimeters, we're going to go to millimeters, so that becomes 450. That is our width per door. That means our door is 450 from this point to this point, including the clearance gap, meaning that it can now open. So those are the two ways you can use an existing door lining to get your wardrobe doors in the same spot. Now if you do go for this on the front of the lining option where you remove your architrave, you can replace your architrave if you want to, just behind that gap there. So where you marked to originally, you can put your architrave right up to that point because you have a clearance gap. Same for the other side, right there.